6-star game early here in the fifth period, the first period of the second half. So, you know, Bill Hill's been talking about he's out to prove that the Bombers aren't world champion caliber because they didn't play the Southern Stars for the playoffs. But, you know, that's, the Southern Stars were the fourth place team.
Sour grapes. How do you get in there if you get beat by everybody else? Bill Hill's just shooting off the mound.
That's right. Back forming up here. Remember the Southern Stars this year. Marcia Gibbs out number 21 to start at Bombers. Barbara Baker out. Number 24, Catherine Shaw out for the Southern Stars. Baker out number 2-1. Now Baker could get the lead. She could call it off by putting her hands on her. Bombers do have a late break here. Terry and Abnett. Bombers do have two jammers moving. They are out of the lead. Shaw trying to keep them both back now. And Abnett and Baker. Southern Stars back at full strength as Ann Calvello picked up a penalty there. She's coming back in the lineup now.
Ann Calvello must lead the league in penalties.
Joni Weston on defense for the Bombers. Marcia Gibbs. The Stars trying to score. Weston blocking on the outside. Bomber down. Baker right up on the rail. It's called off. There are two Southern Star points, Rich, and that breaks the tie. The Stars have the first advantage here in the second half.
2018 our score. You see the action way above on it. There's Ann Calvello. She's in the middle along with Joan Weston. They'll back off and try to regroup.
Okay, here now, the team roster in the women's field for the Southern Stars. Number 21 is Gina McVeigh, also Marcia Gibbs. Number 22, the veteran captain, Ann Calvello. Number 24 is Catherine Shaw. Number 26, Florence Lang. And number 27 is Connie Haynes.
Impressed with Connie Haynes in the first half. Yeah, watch it from court side, crack side, pardon me. Too much basketball this time of year.
I tell you. Of course, Gina McVeigh really is here. This has come a long way. This has been the battle, a matchup in the jamming department. In this game, Jackie Garello, the Bombers, and Gina McVeigh, the Stretcheny of the Southern Stars.
Jackie taking some serious punishment in the first half. Let's see if she can't beat herself out right here.
McVeigh really coming into her own this year for the Stars. Heavy blocking, and she's doing the at it throughout the game now. We're going to have company on this one. Here comes Joan Weston. Blocked from out of the blue, and it's all for McVeigh. Bombers trailing by 2 points, 2018. Trying to back in it. Ann Calvello back to block for the Stars. Here comes Carell now. They're going to let McVeigh block. 10 seconds, all that remains. Battle through all night long between McVeigh and Carello. 5 minutes short, 3 seconds. Carello outmaneuvering McVeigh. Little fancy footwork there by Jackie Carello. One Bomber point, Rich.
Wasn't that a nice move? Gina McVeigh was so intent on delivering a hard forearm to Jackie Garello that she lost track of herself. Jackie able to skate by. Get the point? 2019, we'll take a quick look right here. Watch, cat and mouse, one fake, there's two fakes, there.
Just catching her off stride, walks right around the outside. Jackie Garello picking up an easy one. 2019, Bombers trail by 1. Here now the lineup for the Bay Bombers in the women's field. Number 31 out of action tonight is Rita Williams. Number 33 is the rookie Jenny DeVerne. Number 35, little Jackie Garello, you saw in the last jam. Number 36, Barbara Baker. Number 37 is Terry and Abnett. And number 38, the veteran women's captain, the Golden Girl, Joan Weston. You see her right there wearing the pivot helmet for the Bombers.
How many times can you reckon Joni and Ann have skated against each other?
It goes back a long, long way, I know that. Johnny Weston started out in the old Chicago Westerners. The Bay Bombers, Dennis Smith Gibson, Barbara Baker's mother retired. Southern Stars on defense. Baker trying to assist here. Trying to distract McVeigh. Makes him run out of skates, and then that walks to the inside. Balls it off. Calvello right into the rail. at very least blocking has to get up blocking for 6 minutes. But 2 Bomber points, which is enough to put him in the lead, 21-20.
20-hour score, and Calvello skating around the far side, being followed by Joe Weston. They'll set up for another jam soon. Barbara Baker's in there.
And Terry Nebnet, as we mentioned before, is a native Sacramento. This is really a hometown game for her.
Nice play before the home folks.
And she was voted, incidentally, in the women's field, last season's most improved skater. And there's little Jackie Garello in the penalty box. A little trip to the ring class.
She'll be back.
There are 3 minutes left here in the fifth period. Going from the crowd there is Bomber coach Bill Grove coming back on the track. A little doubtful after that first half, as we said. Grohl in training earlier this week with the point wrestle, and he has not been 100% defensively tonight. But he's back out there with the team here in the second half. On this jam, Marvin Baker, Bombers. Still going at it. Time up, Bombers have Jackie Garello back in the lineup now. Lee Jabber, Marvin Baker of the Bombers. 2-minute mark here in the fifth period. Johnny Haynes blocking at the rear attack for the Southern Stars. 15 seconds, Weston blocking for the Bombers as the Stars jammer. Marcia Gibbs comes back up. Looking rail, 10 seconds. Haynes trying to make an assist on the play. Weston puts Gibbs down. Time running out. Weston blocking Haynes. Still working on it. There's the buzzer. Time runs out.
Good work that time by Connie Haynes and Jody Weston. No score on the play.
No score on the play.
Barbara Baker about went over the rail. She had been out on the jam, but was taken out.
21-20. Bombers continue to lead by 1 with 1:20 remaining here in the fifth period. Marcia Gibbs going to get back up on that jam for the Stars. Several years ago, she skated with the old Midwest Pioneers.
Rather low scoring contest tonight.
She skated with those other Brad. She skated with the Pioneers in Bill Hill's rookie season.
I got to admit, Bill Hill has brought the wrath of these fans on him tonight.
The key to this team this year is going to be how much Hill can maintain control of himself. Last field. Jam started 40 seconds on the clock in the period. Shaw in the lead. Marvin Baker for the Bombers right behind. They're a long way back here. There's the action in the back. You see time running down here in the fifth period. 20 seconds now. Baker still badly not too distant. Shaw has the lead now. 15 seconds blocking in the pack.
Great job by Jackie Garello, Joan Weston, and everybody. Barbara Baker came around the far side. Was able to put the opponent over the top. Look at this outfit. Look at Jackie Garello.
Time runs out here in the fifth period. Gals is still going at it.
Baker on the infield. Now you see him along the rail. Jackie Garello.
Well, as time runs out here, we say there were 3 Bomber points ending the period at the end of the fifth period of play. The score stands, the Bay Bombers 24, the Southern Stars 20. Right now, we'll pause along this International Roller Skating League Network.
Stu Gans trackside with a very special presentation to the Southern Stars, Bill Hill. Bill, I'm proud to say you were voted an All-Star trophy. And I'd like to present it to you right now. It's a beautiful trophy. It says on it, Bill Hill, All-Stars. Congratulations.
Were you ever surprised that I was going to get an All-Star trophy? I think you should be surprised that I don't have the MVP and the Roller Derby King. You know, if this league could get its stuff together, it would recognize that Bill Hill is absolutely the best thing it has going for it right now. This trophy doesn't mean anything. I know how good I am. I don't need...
Direct from the Memorial Auditorium in Sacramento, California. Roller Derby is on the air. I'm Ken Cousins along with Rich Gold. Former coach Freddie Atkinson Jr. joining us in the booth today. We got a wild one between the world champion Bay Bombers and Bill Hill Southern Stars picking up the action on the jam now. Stars the advantage 2-on-1 here. Brad Lemkill to the Bombers. Taken out, back into the path. Jesus Negron. Moving in the lead. Also out is Earl Pearson. Southern Stars trailing 24-20. They got a chance to get back into it here. Frank Apodaca worked on at the rear of the pack. Apodaca railed. There's 2 points there. Pocket in the pack. Lemkill taken high. Another bomber. Claiborne railed. Called off by McCrone. Look out, Hill and Apodaca.
Again, is there ever an altercation where Phil Hill's not full?
I don't know. He's in the middle of everything, but that's the biggest scoring play of the game. 6 points by the Southern Stars. And suddenly the Southern Stars take the lead, 26-24. And Buddy Atkinson Jr., you watched this game. It's been a tight one. It's been a close one. That came out of the blue.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a design play, and they that was, you know, they set it up prior, and it worked perfect. It was really what started out looking like it was going to be a power play, then it was just a man-on-man work. They had 2 lone jammers out there, and they did exactly what they'd planned. It was well executed.
Well, Buddy, do you think that Bill Hill can make good on his promise to prove that the Bombers are a championship team?
I'll tell you what, this man is a rough competitor. I mean, in fact, I'll go so far as to say he's one of the dirtiest skaters I've seen in a long time, and he just might follow through with it.
Okay, Rich, the Bombers have Chris Keaton out lead jammer, challenged immediately in there by Essen, the new member of the Southern Star team for this season.
Great block.
By Calvello, and the Stars do not have a jammer on this side. At the rear now, Rich, we've got Frank Apodaca in a position to assist his jammer this game.
Apodaca, one of the toughest men in the league. Don't let anybody tell you different. Talk to Keelan before the match, and this is the exact situation he wanted to see.
Spin whip, Apodaca. He's got the leverage on Lee on the inside. Lee trying to get away from him. Here comes Keaton on the inside. Calls it off. There is one. Bomber point. Chris Keaton scoring. 26-25. It cuts the Southern Stars lead to 1. Rich, let's watch the replay on this.
Apodaca running interference. We'll take a look right here. I'm surprised the Bombers didn't get more. Look at the work as Keenan goes high. He'll wait for the block and then sneak down low, get the point, and then call off the jam. I thought he'd try for more.
I definitely thought he'd try for a few more.
Okay, here now, the roster for the Southern Stars in the men's field. Number 22 is Jesus McCrone. Number 24, Ed Hessen. 25, Earl Pearson, their main man in the jamming department. And number 27 is Dave Perez. 28, Larry Lee. And number 29, the controversial coach of the Southern Stars, Bill Hill.
Controversial to say the least, right?
Well, so in this game, if he can maintain his composure out there, this team can go somewhere this year. If he falls apart, I think this team can fall apart very easily, buddy.
Absolutely. You'll notice, here it is right now. He's intimidating. There's a hard block over the rail. Oh! Bill Hill's doing what he said he'd do. He's got 2 lone jammers in there. There's 2 points right now. Got another man hung up. He's got 2 more. He's moving. I'll tell you, I think he's going to follow through with what he said.
He's not just the Bombers, he's after everybody. He's after James Hall, Eastern Express Boys. Jam is called off. Big, again, a double scoring trade, buddy, for the Southern Stars. 4 points, 2 by each jammer. They lead 30-25.
That's a nice play, and if you look at Bill Hill, he still doesn't look very happy. He's a mean man, I'm telling you. This guy is really getting into it.
That's what he takes to score, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
He'll run the interference. If he needs to go out of jam, he'll do it. If he needs to play the rough stuff, he'll give him a lick.
This Bomber coach, Bill Grohl, we mentioned earlier, buddy, that he's not 100% tonight, full growing muscle. He's still out there, but it does limit the scope of what the Bombers can do on defense, doesn't it?
Well, you're going to have to remember, too, they've got probably 25 plays that they've worked out that they might use throughout this game. Now, with Bill being hurt or, you know, injured there, they're going to have to run some variables on those and some audibles. So you might be seeing some calls in the pack where they change a play a little bit to compensate for this.
The roster for the Bay Bombers today, number 36, Frank Apodaca. Dennis Claiborne, Ann Calvello, 37. Of course, Bill Grohl, number 38. Chris Keegan, 39. Here at the rim, the pack already is Larry Lewis. In the lead. Discovery in Hessen of the Southern Stars. Bill Grohl, the block. The call for Hessen. Al Grohl moving to assist. Lewis, the block on Larry Lee. They got Lee going.
look. Bill had a little trouble there, but I'm telling you something. It's such well balanced between these two people. Here it is.
Here it is.
Look at this Lewis move. I mean, just jump up is behind the movement. Look at this jump. Still cooking. Rolls down. Still looking around, seeing what he's going for some more points. Nice move. Beautiful move. Love it. Cut it off. Protect Bill that fell down earlier.
Well, you know, another guy that's kind of got moves like that, buddy. We were talking before the game about him. You saw him in training last week. The new coach of the Northern Knights expansion team from Canada, the veteran Frankie Mosquito. Doesn't that remind you of that?
Yeah, we call him the Mosquito. Yeah, I'll tell you what. This guy, we won't say his age, but this fella is as good as he was after 5 years into the pros. He is really a remarkable skater. And I'll tell you what, he's a fine coach, and I think he's going to do a heck of a job.
Well, you know, he's not talking too much about what that roster is going to be with the Northern Knights, but I'd have to think, buddy, with Mosquito's background, it's going to be an offensive team.
Absolutely, Ken. You know the man too well. And back up, it's going to be a lot of jamming.
They got this man, Bob, his breath left go out number 2-1. They trail 30-27. He's going to try to run it out. Bill Grohl could be in a position to assist. Looking under there, they go out to Bill Hill. Hill, they 1-2-3, called on. Whoa! The Bombers can come back with a power play.
Exactly. Power play, one of their favorite plays. And I'll tell you what, with this man having a little sore, it doesn't show. He's a real competitor. That was excellent.
I don't care what you say about Grohl's injury. He did a great job right here. He ran the interference. He screened off, let him go inside, then caught off the jam after the big score to tie this thing up 30 apiece.
Grohl keyed that whole play there, and then moving up that bank and with a bad leg, that takes a lot of power. It shows you the power that Grohl has got.
Really. Those power plays, or lifts, as we like to call them, they're working well as long as you have everybody covering who they are supposed to cover. And Bill, I'm telling you, he's running his playbook beautiful tonight.
30-30, we've got a tie game. Another team we might mention coming out, the Midwest Pioneers, fielding the same lineup that they did last year. The difference is Jerry Cattell is the new Jerry Cattell this year.
Absolutely the new Jerry Cattell. Like I said earlier, I've been watching him at the training center, and I'll tell you what, he's dropped a lot of weight, and he's looking good.
Uh-oh, look who's wearing a jammer's helmet here. Rich, we've got Larry Lee out. A few times you see Lee out on a jam. And here comes...
He is outstanding. Watched him early on. He does a lot of what Larry Lewis does. He's a little more physical than Larry, but still has his hand.
Grohl in trouble back here. Again, that game leg, and they're working on it. Can you do it? Lee trying to go for this and trying to get somebody out. And finally, Lee calls it off. There is one Southern Star point that breaks the tie. 31-30 Stars.
Broken play, but they still made something out of it. That's determination.
Mark of
Really
a good
is.
team, too, right,
Oh,
buddy?
absolutely.
You break the play up, and they still get something out of it.
We can say what we want, but it is definitely a good team. I'm still not too in love with this Bill Hill. I don't like some of his techniques, and I really don't like the way he leads.
Right.
But apparently it's working for him.
I'll tell you what, I'm surprised this is the team that finished fourth. It shows you how tough this league really is, how well balanced.
I'll tell you, it's a heck of a league, and I'll tell you, we're going to have to be watching this Star team because I think they're going to be giving everybody a lot of trouble this coming year.
Bill Hill seems to be a man on a mission.
Okay, we're under a minute here in this period. Buddy, before I know you got to go at the end of this period, but I want to ask you one question up here in the announcer's booth. That you're a former skater, you're a former coach. Do you think you might still have a few years of coaching left in you? Okay, I've been waiting right. I had to ask that question once. On this jam, Larry Lewis for the Bombers, Dave Perez for the Express. 20 seconds for the Southern Stars. 20 seconds, all that remains. Larry Lee back to block. We've got Bill Grohl back to the Bombers. We're coming up on 10 seconds now. Blocking back there. Grohl, a hard block gets rid of the Southern Stars Denver. 4, 3, 2, 1. It's over. And they get in. There are 2 Bomber points. That's pulling one out, buddy.
Oh, I'll tell you something. That is really nice. They ran 4 of their regular plays. They worked like clockwork. I'm absolutely amazed because I didn't see anything called. I didn't see Bill calling anything extra. It was just exactly what they wanted. He had to do a little double stepping there, but he was right there where he was supposed to be. And Larry Lewis, we can't say enough about him.
Okay, Buddy Atkinson Jr., thank you very much for being with us. Welcome. Come on back again. We'll be glad to have you with us. Well, there it is, the end of 6 periods of play. The scoreboard shows the Bombers on top, 32, to the Southern Stars with 31. Right now, we'll pause along this IRSL Madison Square Garden network.
Trackside with Gina McVeigh from the Southern Stars. Gina McVeigh taking on a lot of leadership qualities with the team and becoming quite a good skater.
Well, I guess you can say that because of the fact that I've had a lot of great help from Ann Calvello and a lot of other great skaters, and I'm really now coming into my own, and I feel good. I've lost a little bit of weight, and I'm ready for them. I'm ready for them.
Wish you good luck and keep up the good work.
Oh, I intend to the utmost. Like I said, it's going to take a little bit of time to get back into it, but it's there.
Thanks.
Bay Bombers battling the Southern Stars from Sacramento, California. I'm Ken Kunzelman along with Rich Gold. We've got the women on the line for the start of the 7th period of play. Their final go-round in regulation time. So let's get down to the action.
32-31, Ken. What a fine game we've got.
I mentioned, I think we've been remiss so far. The officials tonight, second half, Hugh Kendall, head referee, Jim Fitzpatrick, and Children. Sam Hardenbaker for the Bombers, Gina McVeigh for the Southern Stars, or Kevin Sharp. Rob Lockheed back up and a long way behind. Bombers lead at 32-31. This is 7th period. Final time for the Gals, barring an overtime.
And Calvello waving him up. She's going to run interference with Joan Weston.
Baker is back in the picture here. 10 seconds, and we're going to run short on time. Baker's run off the rail. Calvello, no move yet. 5 seconds. Now Shaw's going to have to move on her own. Here comes Baker back up. Calvello has the block, and there's the buzzer. Not enough time. We'll score 32-31. The Bombers continue to lead it by 1.
Casual observation, Ken. I would think the Southern Stars are one team that does not panic when they're behind. Not when you've got veterans like Phil Hill and Ann Calvello.
Calvello, the only active skater in the Roller Derby Hall of Fame, a very select group. Calvello has just been part of this game for ever so long.
It's safe to say two legends skating against each other, right? Ann Calvello and Joan Weston going hand-to-hand.
I mentioned that the Bombers boast 4 women in action today who were voted last season's All-Star team. Joni, of course, scored the tie-breaking point of overtime. Barbara Baker, Jackie Garello, and of course out of action tonight, Rita Williams. That's pretty impressive.
Why you win a world championship?
This has been the matchup in women's field all night long. Jackie Garello for the Bombers. No! McVeigh puts her down. McVeigh with the lead.
Gina McVeigh, one of the more physical jammers that I've seen.
Oh, she's got a lot of size out there. Normally you expect these skaters like that to be back defensively, but she has been, at least tonight, has been exclusively a jammer out there.
Just looking back, looking at Barbara Baker, the Sherry Herricks, and the Jackie Garellos, the all-star jammers. Gina McVeigh.
Weston, a lot of confidence in Jackie Garello, letting her do the blocking back here. Of course, Weston backstopping, keeping Calvello up in the pack. So McVeigh has no assist on the play. Whoa, Baker's run out of position. Baker has been passed. About 10 seconds left. Another Bomber taken back. Time running out. There's at least 2 points in here by McVeigh. Whoa, look out. Hillman's off. Come on, says Garello. Referee Hugh Kendall quickly. There were 3. Southern Star points. Rich, that gives him the lead, 34-32.
Big jam for him. This late date, 7th period, big jam. 6 minutes, 55 and ticking. I thought we were going to have some extracurricular activity. No go, however. Jackie Garello and Gina McVeigh squaring off. They eyeballed each other and then turned right around and skated away.
You know, Rich, this season fans across the country will have more chances than ever to see live games in their area. And there's, you know, the great job this crew does here is a great overhead shot in Sacramento, but it doesn't all fit inside one little picture tube. So come on out. If there's a game in your area, be sure to see it. Make sure it's the same top stars you see each week here on these IRSL telecasts. Shaw for the Southern Stars. Baker shadowing right behind her. 34-32. Stars lead by 2. Baker, a little knee block, another knee block. That's something she picked up from her mom, Ann Calvello. Recognize that style and that block. It's good enough to get rid of Shaw.
See Shaw go back and play D. Will she? You bet she will. Ann Calvello is going to let her go one-on-one with Barbara Baker.
This is what you call you get even time.
That's right.
Baker, whoa, hard blocks by Shaw. Shaw can put a lot of power into the block.
Weston back to help.
The old equalizer, Joni Weston back to assist Baker. 10 seconds, they ain't got a lot of time. Baker on the outside, gets away from Shaw. 5 seconds, going after Calvello. Time beginning to run out. Weston trying to get up, but there's the buzzer. There is one Bomber point, 34-33. The Southern Stars waved up to one. Calvello down on the infield, Shaw down. And we've got a timeout called here on the track. Baker and Garello up on the rail. Well, with timeout called, the scoreboard reads the Bay Bombers 33, the Southern Stars 34. Right now, we'll pause along this International Roller Skating League Network.
Stu Gans trackside with Frankie Macedo. Frankie, I understand, nice to see you. You're the new coach of the brand new 1986 expansion team in the IRSL, the Northern Knights, from?
From Canada, mainly Canada. We have a new team coming up. I got a lot of new faces. Fast team, very fast skaters. A lot of big guys, heavy blockers. Training to myself, believe it or not. We have a good girls team, J.J. Burton. I'm not going to mention a lot of other names because I wanted it more of a surprise to most people that are around. But it's going to be good.
Well, look for Frankie Macedo and his new Canadian team, the Northern Knights, coming your way in 1986, fans. They're going to be an exciting team. This is Stu Gans turning it back over to more women's action.
Okay, we're back to the action now. Women on the track, 34-33 here in the final women's period, the 7th. Southern Stars leading the Bay Bombers. And comes along with Rich Gold here at the Sacramento Auditorium.
And Ken, I'm still waiting for that one big jam. Joan Weston and Ann Calvello.
If you'd like to get on the mailing list to find out about upcoming games in your area, we're mentioning there's going to be a lot of them. Get a pencil and a paper ready after this jam. We'll give you the league address. Here it goes again, McVeigh and Garello. And so the gals are going to go out the way they started this game with these two battling.
That's been the jam of the night so far, that's for sure. Look who's out behind. Joni Weston will try and pick up the slack.
Okay, now, Weston is not going to be quite so easy to put down. As a matter of fact, Rich, I guess you might say that McVeigh felt that she was outnumbered by Weston.
That's called intimidation, isn't it? Anytime Gina looks back and sees Joni Weston bearing down, I think she was wise to call off the jam.
Yeah, she heard the footsteps coming up behind her. It remains 34-33. The Stars by one. They can afford to do that at this point. Okay, now. Here's the league address. Make sure that you're in line to receive the first advance word on upcoming games in your area, wherever you are across the country. It's IRSL mailing list, P.O. Box 7979, San Francisco, California, 94120. Calvello and Weston Shaw as they come down off the rail. And Rich, you said you've been waiting for this. It could be brewing here.
It's coming. I just feel it. Joan and Annie in the back, trying to get a jammer out. Looks like Barbara Baker will make it. We'll see. Go, Barbara. There she goes.
Baker at the starter. Her father was Rosie Baker. Her mother ran as Big Red Jensen, the very first coaching women's captain of the Bay Bombers, starting back in 1954. Bombers very unique in the annals of bank track sport. They have only had two women's captains in the whole history of the franchise, Ann Jensen and Joan Weston.
Both of them legends.
And Calvello was there for both of them. Calvello is there for Barbara Baker right now. Oh, they're trying to get Calvello in the middle here. Here comes Shaw as the Southern Stars grip. Stars lead it by a point. Shaw put to the rail by Baker.
Now Calvello's in a hard spot. She's trying to keep...
Hard spot on the rock right here, Weston and Baker. They play a little panel ball with Calvello. Goes down, it's called off by Baker, and Shaw was coming back up. Look out. Going to be a penalty here. Now Baker starts to swing back on Shaw.
Give Baker the victory with that right cross, and we'll have...
I'll tell you, Mama taught her how to handle herself.
Oh, my. That was a great job by Barbara. First of all, to put Calvello down, and then to go one-on-one and win
will have penalties both ways here now, so both teams will be short-handed. Just a little over 2 minutes remaining here in the final women's period. Not the final period. We've got the men coming back for one more, so stay with us. There's Barbara Baker in the penalty box.
All in all, not a bad place to be after that. She'll take a little rest, get out in a minute or so, and then she'll be back out.
Calvello and Weston. Yeah, Rich, you said this has been brewing.
Minute 55 and counting, we'll see.
Weston and Calvello, both divots up front. Jackie Garello out, and here we go again. Gina McVeigh of the Southern Stars. One more time. Garello setting the pace. McVeigh inside, elbow. Garello gets her elbow in there. Penalty time's up. Both teams back at full strength here. Moving on the rear of the pack. Joni Weston back to block, and Calvello back to block. Each team a jammer moving up. Garello worked on by McVeigh. This could be the last time these two are on a jam tonight.
Jackie Garello can hold her own, though. She may be smaller.
All right, McVeigh waiting for Garello. Now Garello starts to make the move on the outside. Weston back with a block, and McVeigh concentrating on Garello. I don't think he even saw Weston. Sidestep, Calvello out of position. On the outside, by Lang, at least, maybe Shaw. Jam called off. Penalty on McVeigh. Four-bonner points. Whoa.
Jackie Garello was grabbed by Gina McVeigh by the hair of the head, fired down, got up with fire in her eye, went against Gina through a left hook, and dropped her.
To say the least, Rich, Jackie Garello does not waste her shots.
And now, here's Joan Weston. And Ann Calvello going at it at the top. Oh, my! Weston with a hard forearm.
This had to happen.
And a left hand. Calvello going down.
Officials trying to step in between.
Barbara Baker gets her lick in. Now Barbara Baker wants some of Calvello, and hands down.
They got everybody but the skate boy in this one.
And this crowd can't on their feet.
Time has run out. Here in the 7th, they were still going.
Weston, Calvello.
Calvello, if she just let go of that handrail, it might be easier.
She's a little tied up there, isn't she?
Whoa, we're going to have penalties all around here. Well, again, it was a big 4-point play. Look at the crowd on its feet here in Sacramento. Don't throw them.
Larry Lewis on the track.
Kids.
Raises the left hand of Joan Weston and proclaims her the winner and still champion.
There. Whoa, what a way to end the final women's stanza in this game. The crowd on its feet at this jam-packed Sacramento Memorial Auditorium. Well, with 7 periods of play now in the record book, the score stands the Bombers 38, the Southern Stars 34. We'll be back with the men on the track for the final period after this short break. It's all down to the final 10 minutes, but that's only if we can get the women off the track. They don't want to go.
Bill Hill out there now.
3 referees out there, and all 3 of them are having a hard time controlling it.
Uh-oh, look out here.
Somebody out of this game.
They have given the heave-ho to Ann Calvello. Of course, she's done skating.
The way Bill Hill is acting right now, you'd think it was him. Larry Lee. Somebody is thrown out. We know that much.
Ann Calvello went one-on-one and lost.
If you just joined us, I'm Ken Kunzelman. My partner here trackside is Rich Gold. The Sacramento Memorial Auditorium, and we may have a final period here. The gals will give it up. The guys will have a chance. The Bombers a 4-point lead going into the final stanza, 38-34.
Ann Calvello now taunting the crowd. She has been ejected. 38-34 is our score. She's throwing a temper tantrum.
Calvello better get out of the way now because we got 2 hotshot jammers as the men break off the line. That's one way to clear the track.
That's right. Get them out of there.
Dave Perez for the Southern Stars Bombers. Louis Carabello is been used too much in the jamming department tonight. Calvello hit back. Stars also have a secondary out, 24. Ed Hessen.
Perez here with a quickness advantage, I would think.
Perez trying to block again. Calvello in trouble. Bomber coach Bill Grohl worked on by Bill Hill. Bill gives a signal to his jammer to call it off. He does. One Southern Star point. Take away a point at a time here now.
I don't want to call Bill Hill a dirty player, but that was questionable at best.
Well, they know that Bill Grohl was an injured skater coming into tonight's game. Working on that leg, working on that leg. Shows you how powerful Grohl is, and he can stay in there like
Right. These skaters, a great deal of credit. They have got to be in superior shape. Strong, fast, good wind. When you're Bill Grohl, and you've been at it as long as he has,
Bill Hill, look at that look on his face. In fact, you know, Rich, once upon a time, Will Rogers said, I never met a man I didn't like, and I think Bill Hill's trying to write the other side of that record. He doesn't get along with James Paul, the Express. He's not too happy. He shows us Stafford in the Pioneers.
Will Rogers never met Bill Hill, did he?
Yeah, look at it that way, too. Double scoring threat out here right now. Number 22, Jesus Negron. Number 25, Earl Pearson. And they got Grohl at the rear of the pack again. It is Bill Hill. Takedown. Grohl taken down. Double scoring play. Two more Southern Star points at the expense of Bomber coach Bill Grohl. And the man setting the point up, Southern Star coach Bill Hill.
Hill working on Bill Grohl. Look at it right there. Number 29 against Grohl. There's the takedown. Both jammers inside. They'll call it off. My goodness, 38-37's our score. The Bay Bombers on top by 1. The Southern Stars with Bill Hill leading the tenacious charge, trying to come from behind him.
Trainer Terry Lyons was out there to see, do you want to come off? He's saying to Bill Grohl, and you know Grohl, at this point in the game, he's not about to. Former professional ball player in the St. Louis Cardinal system. He's a Golden Glove boxer when he was in the ring. He don't give up.
You're absolutely right, Ken. There's no way you'll get Bill Grohl out of this lineup unless he's really low.
Bombers has been trimmed 38-37. He's got 7 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in regulation play. Trying to get somebody out there.
Who do we have? Perez again?
Dave Perez, yes. Bombers have Brad Lemke out, number 31.
6:52 counting, 8th and final period. 38-37's our score.
Look out! Lemke was not there. What a move he put on Dave Perez. After that, go block at the front of the pack. Perez down again. Great camera work as they catch Perez getting back up. Here's Bill Hill again. Hill really putting the power in those blocks here. Lemke catches another one. Bombers the only jammer, Brad Lemke, but look, everybody on that Southern Star team in between Lemke. Hill has got a penalty. Look out.
Oh, my.
He didn't have, it's a 2-minute major penalty now. The officials stopped the jam. Let's see what points are. There is a point awarded to Brad Lemke on the penalty. A foul jammer gets credit for the point they were attempting. So it will be 39-37 Bombers by 2. Look out, Bill Grohl up there challenging Hill. Hill has got a 2-minute major penalty. Anything else? Let's watch the replay. Anything else can get him thrown out here, and I'm sure Grohl's just trying to agitate him a little bit.
Bill Grohl is not about to let Hill go ahead and do this. Now watch it here on replay. They're keeping
There's your
Grohl
penalty
up in the
right
back,
there.
right?
That's your penalty right
A fist to the head. He'll flip the helmet, the flying hip check.
Oh, right on him.
My goodness.
The chiropractor in the house. Hill's out for 2 minutes, 5.5 left on the clock. That could hurt the Stars here a little bit. Well, controversy seems to follow Hill wherever he goes. Last year he was suspended. The United Skating Association made a special ruling allowing 3 referees on the track in any game when they thought it was necessary because of Hill. Bill's unhappy. We mentioned James Paul. Jerry Cattell. He doesn't like Jerry Cattell. He doesn't like Bill Grohl.
Or do they like them? Him.
Bomber out of here. Brad Lemke will be out for the night now. He's being held back to the dressing room. 5 minutes left to go. Bombers are going to have a rough go of it this season. I can see that right now. Of course, everybody shoots for you when you're at the championship. Stars send their pivot out, Larry Lee. Bombers have no one out. Bombers seem to have, it's starting to unravel a little bit here. A little confusion. They don't have a jammer out. Now Frank Apodaca will be back to cover. Bill Kroll backstopping Apodaca, trying to make sure there's no help back for Lee. Lee makes a run now. Remember, he's in scoring position. Apodaca rocking him back.
5-on-4, upper hand going to the Bay Bombers. The Stars are the only jammer out.
Oh. Apodaca puts everything into these blocks. 15 seconds, not too much left in jam time. Get the Bombers without a jammer. Strictly defense here, and it's strictly Frank Apodaca right now.
Look out.
Jump block. Bill Kroll comes back from out of nowhere.
And
Lead
again.
back up, put down again. Bill Kroll showing he's still got it, Rich.
Twice for good measure. Might as well put him down if they get it.
No score on the play.
High fives all around. Bill Kroll and Frank Apodaca. That was some series right there.
Look, let's watch the replay on this again.
39-37 is our score. Apodaca sets him up. Kroll coming into your picture.
Now, Lee can see it coming, but he's tied up. He's got nothing he can do about it.
Nothing he can do. And here's the one I like. Well, we go ahead and stop the tape. Kroll got him when he got back up. And there you take a look at the captain, Bill Kroll.
You know, looking down the road in this young season, another team, the Eastern Express, they had a strong showing in postseason play last year. They're going to be even better this year. They need maybe a jammer, I think, in the men's field. The distaff side with plenty of Javi Dolores Holmes, B.J. Peterson, but maybe in the men's field if they can come up with another jammer.
And I like the Midwest Pioneers. I like the tandem of Jan Vallow and Sherry Eric. They're two of the finest.
JoJo Stafford in the men's field, very capable coach.
And as you mentioned, he slimmed down Jerry Cadell.
Yeah. New improved model. All four jammers out, but the Southern Stars have these two lead jammers. That does make a difference. We're the pack. We're going to have heavy traffic back here, all four. Change, where's left? Everybody trying to find a way around here. Hill blocks defensively for the Stars, Kroll for the Bombers.
Is that Kroll or Chris Keenan? I'm sorry.
That's Bill Kroll back there. Hard block by Kroll. Both jammers taken to the rail. 20 seconds. Now Bombers secondary. Dennis Claiborne. We haven't seen a lot of him tonight. Claiborne up. Hit to the rail. Chris Henson hit to the rail, but Claiborne couldn't get by him. 10 seconds, all that remains. Claiborne up again. Henson hit back, but again Claiborne pounded by Hill, can't get by. Time running out. Henson hit to the rail. Still Claiborne can't get by. The buzzer sounds. Time runs out. There is no score on the play. Remains Bombers 39 and the Southern Stars 37. Tired skating job going right now.
No time for tactics by Bill Hill. They've got to get things going. Kroll got Hill in the back of the neck. Let's see if there's a penalty.
We're under 2 minutes. This is payback time. Kroll may have it. And I think Kroll's reason he might be. I'm not 100%. I can't do much anything here right now. I might as well take a little bit out of Hill. We've got 1:30 on the clock remaining in regulation play. We might mention this telecast is presented by authorization of DJL Sports Incorporated and the International Roller Skating League. Any other use, reproduction, or retransmission of this game without the express written permission of DJL Sports and the IRSL is strictly prohibited. A very tired Bill Kroll in the Bomber penalty box right now.
Be there for a while. Usually this is Larry Lewis time. Bombers lead by 2. I don't know if you'll see Larry or not. Southern Stars have to do something. Look for Bill Hill.
We're coming up on a minute. This last jam, if it starts, we'll go to full 60 seconds. And then we'll have interviews after that, so stay with us.
Lewis trying to break out. Can he get there?
Bombers, all they need is a lead jammer here. They lead by, Lewis down. So it's up to the Southern Stars. They have it in their hands. They trail by 2.
This is trouble.
39-37, the Bombers lead. They've got a double scoring threat. They need 2 to tie. They need 3 more to lead.
Apodaca looking for help. He's back there. 1-on-2.
Double duty blocking for the big man, Frank Apodaca.
And now look who's back on the track, Ken.
Bill Kroll back after that penalty, and he's a game one. He goes back to block now. A block back there on Pearson. Another block. Pearson hit. Hessen hit. Hessen is down. Pearson hit. Lee trying to get a block in there. Kroll stays in. Bill Kroll, tremendous blocking. Here comes the Bomber jammer, Frank Apodaca. They got it showed up now. Nicely on the kick by Frank Apodaca.
What a finish. Bill Kroll out of the penalty box with 20 seconds left. He leads Apodaca, and the Bay Bombers the victory.
Kroll coming back in there, really turned that play around. Apodaca went out on the jab. 3 Bomber points. As said, that is icing on the cake.
42-37 is how this one will wind up. And friends, you have seen exactly why the Bay Bombers are the world champions.
And a very dejected Bill Hill up there on the rail, but there it is. Let's watch the end of this again. This is how the season is going to go, maybe.
This is incredible. Grohl blocking. Apodaca coming across the high side. He will cut low as Grohl seals it off.
Look at that power play in there.
Nicely done.
Apodaca calls it off. Well, there you have it, the final score in today's game. The Bay Bombers 42, the Southern Stars 37. Again, the final, Bombers 42, Southern Stars 37. Now down to the track with Rich Gold.
Ken, thank you very much. I'm with 2 of the stars of tonight's action. What a great job, Coach and General Manager Bill Grohl and Frank Apodaca. What a terrific last jam.
Thanks a lot. It's been a while since I've been on the last jam of the game, and I'm glad Bill gave me the opportunity. And with the help of Bill and Larry, I don't think I couldn't have done it.
You guys worked very well together as a team.
Yeah, I think we do. Last year we did pretty good, and now we're getting the team together again. We're starting off pretty good.
I think that's an understatement by Frank. Did pretty good. That's the world championship you're talking to, right?
This kid's on a rise. Let me tell you something. He's a future star. Let me tell you, he's right there right now, believe it or not, as a star. But as far as being a great one, he has the potential, believe me. And I'll tell you what, the secret word is he listens. He listens, and then he puts it into action. And I'll tell you what, tonight, I had my personal problems out there physically. You know, I even got geared up that second half.
Right.
That first half, they got me a little ticked off, you know. And there was a little incident that took place out here almost at the end of the game. I can't tell you fans what Hill said, but you seen what I did, so you know I can't say it on the air. That got me going. Sure, I was in the box, but I knew Frank could handle the responsibility if he got caught in that situation. When I got back on that track, I told Frank, get out of here, baby. You're going to win this game, because there was no way these two guys are going to get by me. With the teamwork, Larry Lewis and Chris Keenan and everybody handling the front of that pack, boom. We had the lead, sure, but why not? Let's go get some more points. Say, let's have fun, man. Let's blow them out of here.
Bill Grohl with the groin
much for
pull,
the South.
right?
You know, we
That's
got
right.
our guns, baby. That's it, you know.
You had the groin pull. You still went against Bill Hill and took him on head-to-head.
Well, let me tell you, you know, Hill's a tough guy. He is. He's strong. He's powerful. But let me tell you something. I've been around a long time. You name them down the line. The Ackersons, the O'Connells, the Moneys. Let me tell you something. Hill got a long ways to go. And I'll tell you what, I don't think they come that far in the South.
Frank, Bill, thank you very much for being with us. Good luck to you in the future. We're talking about the world champions right here, the Bay Bombers. Let's send it back to Ken.
Thanks, Rich. The final again, Bombers 42-37 for Rich Gold and Stu Gans. I'm Ken Kunzelman.